Keliani, who earlier we had a network challenge. I understand that it's better now. So let me ask you, because some of these challenges, we know that, again, it's just outright terrorism, but there's some of those challenges that came up because people were said they were feeling marginalized. For example, in the Southeast, we have challenges in the Southeast. We also have challenges at some point in the Southwest, where issues around, we also think that we are not being considered in the scheme of things, also came up. And so, but I'm not sure that manifesto captured it. I'm not sure yet, but let me ask you, Engineer Keliani, how does your presidential candidate and your party intend to deal with the feelings of ethnic division in the country and ensure that, everyone is brought together and on the same page? And then the issue around marginalization are brought to a halt.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
See, if you look at the agenda that was rolled out by our next president, is intrinsically saying, or vividly, the way and manner he's going to tackle. If you check the way forward on the manifesto, you see he spoke about the rich and the poor, the educated and the uneducated. He spoke about the Christian and Muslim. He spoke about the vulnerable in the society. That was the forward. And what he was saying, he was going to harness our potentials, human and natural resources in this country, to make sure that all and sundry in this country get the goodies of democracy. So that one alone is something that we have to turn around and look at it critically to see how we can support him to become the president 2023. And let me tell you, all the people shouting on marginalizing, who is marginalizing who? A typical Northerner like me, I would say I'm marginalized. Marginalized in which sense? We kept telling those people who are saying they are marginalized, if they have any grievances, they should, route it to the National Assembly. They have leaders that they are elected. They have the Senate, they have the House of Reps members, they have the local government chairman, they have the governors. Let them sit down. These are our demands. They should route it properly to the National Assembly. Like me, I come from 3 states. I was born in Niger State, Power State. I am now based in Kaduna, and my forefathers were the founders of Abuja. I'm now in Abuja. But look at what is happening in Nigeria today. Whether we like it or not, let me speak about what Keliani said about this security something. When this government came in, barely an army doesn't have boots, no uniform, nothing. This government, we have to give kudos to President Muhammadu Buhari by providing all the necessary equipment, all the necessary gadgets, giving all the requirements of the military. And they have done a lot. After, no more bombs in the churches, none in the markets, none in the mosques. But they are now in the forest. And if you see in the last 1-2 months, the bandits have disappeared. Some are now even, surrendering. I can now move from Abuja to Kaduna even in the middle of the night. I came in just about 2 days ago by road. And the Birnin-Gwari Kaduna that has been out of service in the last 2 years has been reopened. Go and find out. So the government has done well. And what Mr. Swaju is saying when he comes in is going to consolidate on what this government has done so far. But let me come in. You asked Ngiliri about the third force, which he didn't answer you. You see, the third force came very late and is already dead on arrival. You cannot be a president on social media. It's never possible at all. We know he has some of those youths that are unemployed that he doesn't give anything to, who are always, marching to say he should become the next president. It's not possible. We like our Igbo brothers and sisters, but they must come to the mainstream of our political landscape. If they don't do that, there is a problem. Somebody came and told us that when Mr. Obi was the governor of Anambra State, he was issuing identity cards to the Northerners before you can get access to Anambra State. That one didn't go down well with us. Many markets there for the Northerners were destroyed. And somebody said, when he's saying he's going to make Nigeria he's going to make Nigeria not a consumer state, but a productive state. He only gave them a brewery in Anambra State, which they normally use to drink and be drunk and cause havoc in the society. Up till now, he cannot talk to IPOP. Let him talk to IPOP. Every day they kill people and sit at home, destroying the economy of the whole Northeast. Is that person you want us to come? We are afraid if we vote this man, there will be war in this country. So what we are saying, the manifesto that was really, really, really brought to us by Asuwaju and Shetima, by the time it is implemented, Nigeria, the sky is going to be the limit. And if you see, free education, Awolowo did it. That was what...
All right, Engineer Keliani, let me take the conversation to Ajuri. But let me just state here, before I take the conversation to Ajuri, that most of the things, because you said somebody came to tell you, so most of the things you said about Peter Obi, let me just say here that they're unverified speculations. Until we have proof of those kind of things, we try not to push them.